Sam, if you asked us, this audience here, are you customer-centric or not? I believe most of us would say, yes, we try. We believe we are a bit, but most of us would say probably not really, and none of us would say no, absolutely not. So, but we want to be. What would be the best and the absolutely worst first step to take?
I think the first thing that we can do is to ask our customers. I mean, no one knows us better than our customers. And I strongly recommend that we take a focus group of our best customers. And when I say best, I have, don't get me wrong, it's not just the customers who give us most business. Also pick up 2 or 3 customers who are the most difficult to do work with. The toughest guys, the guys who make your hair turn gray, the guys you hate, because they might be your saviors in the future. They are likely to be the guys who make you push the envelope and come up with better offerings. So get hold of them and ask them what they believe being customer-centric is and how they would consider you in terms of your customer centricity. That's one of the best things you can do. Certainly one of the worst things you can do is the opposite, to try to avoid your hardest customers, saying, oh, they're terrible, I hate to do business with them. Because if you are surrounded by customers who are always absolutely happy with you, believe me, you will be the victim of complacence. And you will suffer very quickly because you'll think you're doing everything right, every customer is saying you're fine, you're great, and you begin to believe all of it until you discover that the same customer who's saying you're great is actually buying your services from someone else. I think the worst thing you can do, and we do tend to, it's human. If I'm not having a good relationship with you, I try to avoid you. Well, in the customer world, don't do so. It is that customer who you should really solicit, who you should try to build as a relationship, because he or she might help you sharpen your saw. So you will stay fit and stay competent and stay competitive in the marketplace. That's what I think we should, the good thing to do and the worst thing to do might be.
Hello, Arvi Mägi, Auma Expo. My question is, you have experiences with Estonian companies. Estonian peoples are very selfish, very well known, like very selfish internal peoples. What is your experiences? Because there wasn't any questions for you. Is that everything is clear how to satisfy customers? These experiences, what you have with Estonian companies. Thank you.
Thank you for that question. I don't know about the selfishness part, but there is certainly one thing I have understood since my last visit and also my work with certain countries which are not very far from you, which are basically the Scandinavian countries. You are a very quiet race. You know, it takes you time to share something. Certainly in public, you are very, very unwilling or unprepared to express your views. Maybe if you catch somebody outside, you might ask them more questions. This is also something I learned from another person I met during my visit. Now, and I think it comes from several things, and don't get me wrong, it could be because of your historical background. I think in the old Soviet system, you're not expected to speak in a large crowd. Maybe that is one reason, and maybe it will take another 2 or 3 generations before that changes. Also, and now I'm speculating, and if I am wrong, please forgive me. This is only a speculation. What little I know, I'm trying to use my knowledge and what little intelligence I have. I think the other thing is that when I make presentations, generally it takes 5 minutes for people to start asking questions. Generally, I'm like a thundering waterfall, it's like a whitewater rafting. You need some rest after that. And after 5 minutes or so, you are more prepared to ask questions, and that is my fault. I don't think it is your fault. Maybe, with an audience like you, I should be more slow. Perhaps then it will generate more questions from you. I do not know. But I think whether you ask questions or not, as Thomas said, if each one of us could take even one thing from the presentation and forget about me, just the thoughts that we have shared, the companies I have talked about, who doesn't know Dell, for instance, maybe that can make a big difference. And you are at the cusp of change. You are going to be part of the European Union in a year from now. The ball game is going to change. Suddenly I look at change like this, like imagine that you are playing a game of football and you are just near the goal mouth of your opponent. You're going to strike the ball and more or less quite sure that you're going to hit the goal. And all of a sudden there's a freeze, and that goalpost, from a football goalpost, it becomes an ice hockey goalpost. And then you're frozen in midair because the change has come to you so suddenly. And I think you're becoming a part of the European Union, the new challenges that you face. I mean, I was saying maybe it is time for you to seriously think of a Baltic Union. There are 10 Baltic countries. And, really then go into the European Union. I don't know. I mean, there are things which are so much change is taking place that if you don't do something different, even though you had 5 to 6% GDP growth, your inflation rate has been low in the last couple of years, don't bet on it, because it might change. And next year may not be the same. And when you open the doors to the Union, to the European Union, I think the nature of competition will change. Your service levels have to come up. One of the things I was talking about last night with Thomas was, hey, isn't it time we thought that an Estonian should be the head of Deutsche Bank? Shouldn't we be preparing for a time like that, where the Vodafone CEO is from Estonia, or British Airways is run by an Estonian? But you've got to think big. And I think those are the kind of changes that you will be impacted by in a year from now, if I may say so.
Ma rohkem küsimusi ei saa lubada, meil hakkab aeg otsa saama, ma pean natuke rääkima, või tahan väga rääkida. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you so much.
I enjoyed this presentation again. I enjoyed you again. This is a light bulb, supposed to be, which sort of symbolizes the idea.
Great.
See on siis tehtud Tallinna Suurkeraamikakojas üks niisugune pirnikujuline meene. Thank you, Sam, again.
Thank you so much. Thanks to all of you. It has been an honor to be here in Estonia again. I have enjoyed being here. I have enjoyed your company, Thomas. Thank you for having me. I hope I've added value to your thinking, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference.